Hi, I'm Dene Carter. I'm a teacher at the high school. And in this little video, I'm going to show you how I have had my students communicate using technology within my AP Environmental Science classes. Okay, so one of the things that I do is I will have bell work and I will have the kids answer questions for me. And here's an example of one we did. We did the pros and cons of using real trees versus artificial trees. And what I did was each student had a place to write their answers. And they were supposed to give me a pro, and there were certain rules about you can't just copy somebody else's answers. You needed to give the cite where you got your information from if it wasn't something that was just common knowledge. And I have found that by using this type of thing where I have each child have a block that they were supposed to write in, that it worked better than just having a sheet of paper where they just continually wrote down. I could see who had written and who hadn't at this point. And they were also giving very strict instructions about writing on other people's stuff. So we had the artificial tree environmental pros and the cons, and we worked our way through that. So that is a within class example. We used other tools where we would collaborate and communicate also within assignments and bell work on that type of thing. For an example of across GISD, my students in AP Environmental need to know about different types of pollution. Instead of just me telling them about everything, kids signed up to be experts on a specific type of pollution. Well, there are more types of pollution than there are students in any one particular class. So sometimes students in one class would have to look at presentations made by other classes. And what I'm going to do this coming year is either use the Ladybug to video their presentations, or I'm going to have them make a screencastify of their presentation. So it's not me reading their presentation to the other class. It's actually them presenting the information to the other class. And then finally, for a out in the real world, what I did was we were working with these little flat Loraxes, and we were supposed to communicate with some other schools, but stuff happened. And so what I did is, for extra credit, I would have kids take pictures of their flat Lorax and, put some sort of a little environmental message, and they hashtagged it and also noted the GHS Environmental Science Club Twitter account. And so we had several different posts about what kids thought were environmental positives and environmental negatives around our school and in their homes. And it did kind of occasionally cause some problems. One kid did post something about somebody else's gas guzzling truck, and the truck owner got rather offended by it. And there were some kids that also were like making fun of my students for doing it. And so they ended up using the hashtag love extra credit. So that's some of the things that the kids have done. And they would just use different examples of positive environmental things and negatives. And then finally, what we did is the students were the first people in the entire world, first students in the entire world to get to use NASA's climate modeling software. And so as they did this, one of their final products was to make a video that used the visualizations and the graphics that they made within the software. And they were supposed to talk about how the change in climate especially affected the poles, and how it was going to affect the plants and animals, the flora and fauna that were in that area. And one of the things I did is I uploaded kind of the best of to YouTube. So our gentleman from NASA who writes the computer code and allowed us to use his software was able to see him. And as you can see, he is the one and only subscriber to my channel. But also, it's not just the guy from NASA that's getting to see the videos that the students made. But as he is going through professional development this summer and teaching other people, he's using our school as an example. And I've Skyped in on a couple of the presentations that he has been doing. And he is letting other teachers see what it's possible for the students to do with the software. So it's definitely a bigger audience than they had anticipated. And so this one is another example of how you get the stuff going in the real world. And I believe that is going to be it for today.